one little mayor blows up and everyone loses their minds. Wow, that was bad. What's up, guys? I'm back, and today I will be reviewing the highly anticipated Suicide Squad. Now, Suicide Squad is basically about this character named Amanda Waller who wants to assemble a team of the most dangerous people on the planet to protect civilization from any kind of metahuman that's not as nice as Superman and wants to destroy the world. So she assembles this team, and they're sent on this mission to defeat the villain in this movie, which I'll talk about later. And that's basically all you need to know going into this film. Now, me personally, I usually always agree, or I'm usually always on the same page as critics in their reviews. I'm usually share their opinion most of the time, and my God, I could not disagree more with the reviews that this movie has gotten. This movie is so fun and entertaining, and yes, it has its flaws. Yes, it's sloppy, but I mean, you can't leave this theater in without having fun. I don't know how you can do that, because it's fun, it's entertaining, and the characters you get to see. And by far the best part of this movie is the characters. The characters are so dynamic, and the squad has so much chemistry. You believe it. You believe in what they're doing. You believe in these characters. Especially Harley Quinn, played by Margot Robbie, is fantastic, as well as Will Smith as Deadshot. Both of these portrayals of these characters are really good. They're amazing. They're super talented, and it's fantastic how they did this. Deadshot's character has really good depth. They give him really good depth. They really flesh out his character a lot, so you really feel he has a little sense of humanity, and you really feel for him. And he's the leader of the group, and you really feel for him. You really want them and him to succeed. The same as Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. My God, I haven't really seen any of the DC animated stuff or TV shows or the comic books, but she played the shit out of this role. I mean, you believed her psychoticness and her dynamic relationship with the Joker, which I'll definitely get into later, and you just believed her the entire time. She did a fantastic job, as well as the rest of the cast, like Jai Courtney as Boomerang. He did great, and whoever played Killer Croc, I don't know his name, and whoever played Katina did a really good job. And Viola Davis, who played Amanda Waller, apparently she's supposed to be a bitch in the comics, I've heard, and she played bitchiness full of strength in this movie. My God, it was a good performance by her. And probably the best thing about this movie is the dynamic between the Joker and Harley Quinn. Oh my God, they got that spot on, in my opinion. Because you get these flashbacks of their relationship and how the one thing led to another, and it's just so good. Jared Leto's Joker is so good in this movie. You need more of him, because he's only in 7 minutes of the movie. But holy shit, you need more Jared Leto as the Joker. I mean, in my opinion, he better be in a movie with Batman, which Ben Affleck is directing. He needs to be in a movie with Batman. He needs to be the main antagonist, because he was great. And the relationship that the Joker and Harley Quinn had, they had great chemistry, and you really felt for them. There was one point and I was like, holy shit, I kind of felt for them, and they're the villains in this movie. And Jared Leto's Joker is more of a modern, mobster type Joker, way different than Jared Leto, or way different than Jared Leto, way different than Heath Ledger's Joker portrayed in The Dark Knight in 2008, or Jack Nicholson's Joker in the very first Batman movie, with what's his face? I forgot his name. So Michael Keaton. So it was very different. It was kind of refreshing, and I can't wait to see what he does, because I mean, you just it's a kind of intense when he's on the screen. You're like, what's he gonna do? He's very unpredictable in this movie. He's very unpredictable. He's like a wild card. He's sprinkled throughout the movie, and it's great. And also, while I'm talking about my pros of this movie, Ben Affleck's cameo is perfect. They perfectly placed him in this movie. He's only in it for 2 minutes, but he's great in the movie, as well as the Flash. But he's in it for 30 seconds, so it's just a stupid little cameo. But yeah, and the soundtrack for this movie really worked for me. A lot of people thought it was jarring, because it was kind of like a music video at times, but the original soundtrack, the original score was good, and then the soundtrack, the songs, these oldies classic hits that they put in, I thought, because they were introducing these characters the first 20 to 30 minutes of this movie, which I think are probably part of the best, the best part of the movie is the 20 to 30 minutes, the first act. But they were introducing these characters, and they had a song for each character they were introducing, and it actually helped kind of tell you about these characters just by the song they picked with the introduction. So I thought that was really cool. I thought they did a really good job picking the soundtrack. And so now I'm going to talk about my cons, and probably the worst thing about this movie is the villain and just like the whole third act. It's really not that good. The villain is no, just the whole ending and the whole we have to save the world, flying shits in the sky. Oh my god, let's save it. It was so mainstream. It was so cliched, and it was really messy, you know, because the second and third act is kind of just like this ginormous action sequence, which I didn't mind because the action, in my opinion, was action. It was really well. I thought it was well shot, well done. And I enjoyed seeing like Deadshot kick ass, Harley Quinn kicked ass with her fucking baseball bat, and it was really good to see. It was cool, but I mean, it's just there's dialogue, but it is just one giant. It was really big action scene, and once you hit the ending of this movie and it's coming to the conclusion, you get, I mean, no spoilers, but the villain is super weak, and then the ending sequence when they're trying to defeat this major villain, it's just so like all over the place, and you're like, what the hell is happening? And I mean, you can watch it; it's watchable, but it's just not as good as it could have been. Honestly, I wish the Joker was the main antagonist in this movie. I feel like they could have done something there because Jared Leto's Joker was so good, in my opinion, in this movie. But yeah, it was really sloppy, and it wasn't. I don't know. The editing was kind of, it was kind of choppy. But that's it. Like the main, because the narrative wise, this movie is kind of a mess. But it's so fun and entertaining. You can't like help but have fun and just really enjoy it, because I enjoyed it way more than I thought. No, actually, I had really high expectations for this movie going in, and maybe it didn't live up to the hype, but I still enjoyed it a lot. And the Joker is just not in enough of the movie. He better be in future installments in the DC universe, because Jared Leto needs a chance to have his own like 2 hour length movie when he's the main antagonist, because I thought he was brilliant in this movie. And there's also apparently a whole bunch of scenes that they cut from the movie, and I don't know if that's because they didn't believe in his acting and didn't think it was going good, or if they just didn't fit the movie. I don't know, but it better be in an extended cut on the DVD version when it's released, because I need to see that guy as the Joker more. So, that being said, I enjoyed this movie a lot. The pros outweigh the cons, in my opinion, even though the narrative's kind of a mess and the ending's kind of sloppy. The characterization and the chemistry everybody had in this film was just too strong to deny. I'm going to give Suicide Squad a B. No, I'm just going to give it a B. So that's my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you stayed till the end. Please don't be afraid to hit subscribe. Comment anything below, any movies you want me to review. I'll try to see Nerve. I've been requested that. I don't know if I can, because I don't pay for my movie tickets because I have no freaking money. So I am dependent on other people when I see films. But I'll try my best to review Star Trek Beyond soon. Maybe Nerd, Jason Bourne. I've been trying to see that. So, guys, that's my review, and adios.